I want to talk about my brother Ric, my brother by another mother. Ric was quite a character. I met him. He came to the academy for a while, around '78, and we were immediately friends because he's nuts, and he's the same kind of nuts as me. So there you go. He was an excellent actor, a man of many talents, but he was an excellent actor and did a lot with stunt shows. So he knew his way around the sword pretty well, and he knew about safety and how tight things had to be. And he was just a good guy to have around with that orientation. Anyway, so we're at the academy, and that means we're teaching all the Cornell fencing classes, and the Cornell Fencing Club, and anything else having to do with fencing at Cornell at that time. We were the ones doing it, and so there was a class in the evening. It was either the advanced fencing class or the fencing club, I forget which. And Ric was teaching it, and so I swung by just to kibitz, So it's right at the beginning of the class, and Ric introduced me, and so some students are saying, "Oh, let's see you two guys fence. You two guys are going to be fencing master. Let's do you two guys fencing. Come on, go on, show us." So I said, "Okay, yeah, all right. Let's," and I just had my street clothes on. I grabbed a mask and took my boots off, and so we said, "Okay, let's fence a couple of touches or a couple of minutes or whatever. Just give the kids a thrill, So the thing about Ric is his conception of the sword is exactly like my conception of the sword. We're both on the same wavelength here, So we cross blades, and he's an excellent swordsman. He had tremendous sentiment de faire. He was longer than me and scrawnier than me, so he was very hard to hit, and he knew how to use that, keeping the point in line and so on. So it was just a very, very good opponent. He knew how to use his tools, and I think I did too. Okay, so we're doing this bout, and I guess it should be no surprise that there were no touches. I couldn't hit him, and he couldn't hit me. And we started fencing fairly seriously. I wasn't kidding around. We weren't just like playing to entertain the children. I was trying to hit him. No way. And he was trying to hit me, judging by the sweat and the huffing and puffing. Didn't happen. So we're playing this little bout, and it's going nowhere, man. We're just too well matched. This is going to be a zero-sum, So at one point we stopped or stepped back to something. He tipped his mask up and he said, "Why don't we call it a draw?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what we should call it." And we shook hands and like that. And I thought that was probably, it felt like 5-10 minutes maybe. Felt a little bit long, but maybe 5 or 10 minutes. We looked at the clock. Half an hour went by. Boom, just like that. And the students are sitting there silent, their eyes as big as saucers, looking at us like Jesus and 4 other white men had just returned, on motorcycles. And I think about that bout a lot, and partly to recall the experience of time distortion that was involved there. I don't know about him. I would guess yes, but that was touching on the zone, that be here now zone. And in the be here now zone, there is no such thing as time. N'existe pas, Daddy-o. So I've been doing this a lot of years, and I've crossed blades with a lot of people for all kinds of reasons. But I'll tell you, that's the most fun I ever had doing this. Ever. Couldn't have done it without Ric. He has now passed into legend. So we're not going to have a chance to repeat that. But he will be missed.